Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nitish Kumar. I have over 1 year of experience with this generative AI and agentic AI frameworks. In my YouTube channel, I am regularly uploading crew AI related videos. Okay. In my previous videos, I briefly discussed about crew AI, tasks, agents, okay, human in the loop, tool call, different LLM models. Okay, JSON output, pydantic. Okay, we briefly discussed about these topics, right? Okay, there will be few parameters left in create task, right? Okay, in next couple of videos I can able to cover everything, right? Okay, in next couple of in next couple of days. Okay, in next couple of days I can able to finish the create tasks parameter, right? Then we jump into crew, right? In crew there will be another couple of parameters is available, right? Okay, we will be discussed everything, right? Okay, so whatever the thing, okay, required to create a robust application, right? Okay, which we can able to cover all the things in my YouTube channel, right? Okay, this at the end of this February month, okay, which we are going to create so couple of projects, okay, with the way which we learn, okay, in this create framework. Okay, we are going to apply all the topics in that project. Okay, so our learning will fulfilled, right? Our learning will get fulfilled, right? Okay, that's the motto of this course, right? Okay, so in this lecture, okay, which we are going to learn about asynchronous, right? Okay, because okay, asynchronous is very important, right? Okay, in agentic AI frameworks like Llama Index, Microsoft AutoGen, okay, specifically they are integrating asynchronous, okay, to the framework, right? Okay, in most of the code they are, if you are going to analyze in the Llama Index and Microsoft agent frameworks, right? Okay, if you refer the documentation page, okay, you're going to see this asynchronous keyword most of the time, right? So if you are master this crew, okay, that means if you are learn this crew, okay, this async, okay, that means this async in depth in this video, right, which will be help you a lot, okay, which will be help you a lot to learn other frameworks. Okay, if you're going to learn any other framework, okay, other frameworks like Llama Index, okay, Microsoft AutoGen, okay, the same asynchronous concept will also be there, right? Okay, if you are learn this concept here, okay, which will help you a lot to learn any other framework easily, right? So today's which we are going to learn about this async, right? Okay, first we go through the theoretical part, right? First we go through the theoretical point, then we jump into the code, right? Okay, first if you see, okay, by default, right, by default the Python functions, right, by default the Python function will be sequential, that means synchronous. Okay, synchronous, okay, it will be run sequentially one after another, right? Okay, it will not able to run concurrently, right? Okay, it will run sequentially one after another, okay, one by one, right? Okay, we will see, right, we will see one example, right? Okay, just I comment out this code, right? Okay, this code, right? Okay, now this one is not required, right? Just press Ctrl/, okay, then this all code, right, will get comment out, right? Okay, then I comment out this all code, right? Okay, this is specifically for synchronous. Okay, if you see, okay, by default, okay, it will be synchronous only. Okay, if you see, okay, this Python function, this normal Python function, right, this normal Python function, right? Okay, this will be synchronous. Okay, this will be executed in synchronous manner only, right? If you see, okay, here, okay, I am defining one Python function, right, task. Okay, I will be giving two arguments, one is name, another one is seconds, right? Okay, here this print statement will indicate us, okay, our task one gets started, right? That means this name will get started. Okay, it will indicate us, okay, it will notify us, okay, it will indicate us whether this function get started to execute. Okay, here the next step, okay, I am giving some sleep. Okay, this time dot sleep, okay, in this second, okay, if user gives this two parameters, right? Okay, for this two argument they are giving some values, okay, name and seconds. Okay, this particular seconds, okay, it will be completely blocks. Okay, it will be completely blocks. Okay, once this seconds, okay, this sleep get completed, then only this will print, right? Similarly, okay, if you see, I call here three functions, right? Okay, for calculating the overall time, okay, how much time it take to complete the all these three tasks. Okay, for that, okay, I'm created this time dot time. Okay, this time dot time, okay, will help us to know, get the exact time of starting time. Okay, get the starting time. Okay, this time dot time, okay, will help us to get the starting time of our execution, right? Okay, it will be stored in the start time variable, right? Okay, here if you see the first task, okay, here if you see this task, okay, here I am giving this task. Okay, this is my task name, right? This name, okay, task 1 is my name, okay, and I am giving 1 seconds, right? Okay, so this first function, okay, this task, okay, will go and it will be get printed. Okay, name task 1 starts, okay, and then it will be sleep for 1 second, then task 1 ends. Okay, once this task 1 get complete its work, right? Once the task 1 completely executed, right, then only the task 2 get started to work, right? Once the task 2 completely executed, okay, then only task 3 started to work. Okay, if task 3 executed, our overall time, okay, it will be, okay, if all the three tasks, okay, if you see, I am defining three tasks here, right? Okay, task, okay, for first task I am giving task 1 as a name, 1 second, right? For task 2, right, I am giving task 2 as a name and 1 for seconds, right? Here for task 2, okay, the name is task 3 and my seconds is 1 second. Okay, here, okay, it will be run sequentially one after another. Okay, once this task, okay, started to execute, okay, once it will be completely executed, okay, once it will be completely executed, okay, then only task 2 will call. Okay, then task 2 will print name task 2 starts. Okay, and then it will sleep for 1 second, then task 2 ends. Okay, then only task 3 starts to execute, right? And then it will be finished. Once this three functions, okay, this three functions will get completely finished. Okay, the time will be, we are calculating here, okay, time dot time. Okay, for calculating the end time, okay, I'm creating this time dot time and store this variable, okay, inside the variable the time. Okay, end time, okay, I created one variable end time, I'm store this end time, right? Okay, for calculating the overall time, okay, how much time it take to complete, right? Okay, if you see, I am not written anything, right? That's why I am not creating any variable and store inside that variable. Okay, here I am directly printing. Okay, that's why I am not storing in any variable, right? Okay, I hope you have some idea about this Python. Okay, and then, okay, I am printing the overall time. Okay, how much time it gets to execute. Okay, completely it gets to execute. Okay, if you see, okay, n minus start time. Okay, n minus start time, if I calculate this, okay, I can able to get the overall time. Okay, to check the overall time, okay, the idea is to check the overall time. Okay, so if I execute this one, okay, I open my terminal, right? Okay, I open my terminal, then I activate my environment. Okay, in my previous videos, okay, I am using .iponb file. Okay, the another important thing you need to understand and remember is, okay, in asynchronous, okay, it is not possible to execute that file inside the .iponb file. Okay, if you run the async functions inside the .iponb file, okay, in a cell, okay, it will throw an error. Okay, it will throw an error. Okay, if you are not believe me, okay, you can execute by yourself. Okay, if you execute by yourself, okay, you can able to understand. Okay, that's why I came up with this .py file, okay. Otherwise I directly execute inside the .ipynb file, okay. So in the .ipynb file, okay, we need to activate the VNV, right? In the top right corner, right? In the top right corner there will be select kernel, okay. If I press this select kernel, it will be open, right? Here in this file, okay, this .py file, okay, this .py file, okay, I need to execute in the terminal, right? Okay, for that, okay, I am activating my kernel, okay. I am activating my VNV, right? My VNV name is create course, right? Course slash, okay, scripts slash activate, okay. This is my name, right? If I activate, if you see, it will be get activated successfully, right? Okay, I clear my terminal, right? Okay, then I save my code, right? I save my code because I changed something in my code, right? Okay, I comment out this async function, I comment out this synchronous, right? Okay, if you see by default, okay, by default, okay, it will be synchronous only. You need to understand, okay, this function by default it will be run in synchronous way. That means sequentially one after another, right? Okay, first task will start to execute once the first task get completed, right? Then only second task started to work. If the second task, okay, executed completely, then only third task, okay, will start to execute. Once the third task completely executed, okay, it will be completed and we store the end time in this end time variable, right? Okay, I hope I get it right. Okay, if I print this, okay, if I print this, you can clearly able to understand. Okay, I take the relative path, right? Okay, take the relative path, okay, Python and then file name, right? Okay, if I execute, okay, if I execute, if you see, if I execute, sorry, okay, press this, okay, sorry guys, there will be some, okay, two terminal is opened, sorry, okay, again, okay, this terminal, right? Execute Python, okay, paste my file name, right? If I execute this, okay, if you see, okay, name task 1 starts, task 1 ends, name task 2 starts, task 2 ends, name task 3 starts, task 3 ends, okay. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, how it get executed sequentially one after another, right? First task starts and then task 1 ends, right? Then task 2 starts, task 2 ends, then task 3 starts, task 3 ends, then overall time is exactly around 3 seconds, right? Okay, exactly 3 seconds, right? Okay, if you see, this is my overall time, right? This is my overall time for synchronous, okay. By default, okay, we, as I already said that, right? Okay, by default, okay, it will be synchronous only, right? Okay, task it runs sequentially one after another, right? Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, okay, if you see, there is some disadvantage, right? Okay, we are executing the same function, okay, it will be taking 3 seconds, okay. If you are going to build any website, okay, or any other software, okay, create any applications, okay, time is very important, right? Okay, if for example, if I create any website, okay, if the website is, if the website takes more time to load the page, okay, if for example, if you are a user, okay, you need to think, okay, it's a poor website, okay, we move forward, right? Okay, we move other website, okay, to browse anything, okay, you just think about, okay, time, it takes too much of time, okay. For synchronous, it will be take too much of time, okay. So here we need to compare the time, right? If you see, it will be exactly 3 seconds, right? Okay, here I am comment out this code, right? Because we are going to compare this overall time with synchronous, okay, which one is better, right? Okay, comment out, okay, just press just press control slash. If you press control slash, all the code will comment out, right? For comment in, right? Comment in, you need to press control slash. If the code is already in comment in, right? In that case you need to press. For example, if you see, I copy the entire code, right? Copy the entire code, right? I press control slash again, right? It will be comment out, right? It will be comment out, right? If you see, this will my synchronous code, right? Here, we are going to compare the overall time with asynchronous. How the asynchronous perform with the synchronous, in terms of time. In terms of time, we can able to check, right? If you see, we need to understand the structure, right? By default, again I am telling, by default the Python functions are always synchronous, in a synchronous way. That means in a sequential way, one after another it will be execute, right? But if you want, if you want to define a synchronous, in that case, you need to follow this syntax rule, right? If you see, right? If you see, I hope you clearly able to see this notes, right? Here, right? If you see core syntax, core syntax defining async function, you need to give this keyword async, in front of your def, in front of this def, you need to give this async keyword, right? Async, then def, then function name, right? You need to give this keyword, in front of this def. That means, your Python function is now asynchronous, asynchronous function, right? In this programming world, we say this is a coroutine, right? Coroutine, coroutine, right? It will be coroutine, right? We are not saying, you clearly able to understand, this async, we are this async keyword we are defined in front of this def keyword, def name, right? Def. So if I am going to explain this function, I am not explaining this function as async function, they are calling as a coroutine, right? If you are defining this function as async, you need to call it as a coroutine, right? I hope you get it, right? Again I am telling, right? I hope I am not confusing yourself, right? Here, if you are defining this function, if you are defining this function with async keyword, right? If you are defining this function using the async keyword, in front of the def, you are specify the async keyword, that means your function is async, but we are calling this function as a coroutine, right? But we are calling this function as a coroutine, we are not calling async task, async task again and again, we just simply say coroutine, this is a coroutine function, in programming we say this is a coroutine, right? I hope you get it, right? In this way, right? Async function name, right? Def function name, in this way only we can define the asynchronous function, right? If you see, before the def, in front of def, in front of def, I am specify this async keyword, right? That means this is coroutine, right? This is coroutine, coroutine. Here also, I am taking the same example, I am taking the same example, I am not taking any different example, for comparing, for comparing the overall time, for comparing the overall time synchronous with asynchronous. Before we saw about this synchronous, it takes exactly 3 seconds to complete this 3 tasks. Here, similarly we are taking the same example, right? Async def task, I'm giving 2 arguments, one is name, first one is name and another one is seconds, right? Here also I am indicate my starts will get started to execute, right? Here my task will get started to execute, right? Here if you notify this thing, here I am giving time dot sleep seconds, right? Here if I specify this thing, this time dot sleep inside my synchronous, that means it will block entire event loop, that means it will block entire event loop. Okay, that means it will block everything, right? Okay, in some time. Okay, in some time we discuss about this event loop. Okay, it is very important to understand what is event loop. Okay, we will understand this concept, right? Okay, for now you can understand. Okay, if we are using this time.sleeps, okay, it will block entire event loop, right? Okay, that means it will not switch to other function. Okay, it will be only sit inside this function only. Once this sleep will finished, okay, then only it can end this task. Okay, I hope you get it, right? Okay, here we are not using this time. Okay, if you are defining async, okay, if you are defining our coroutine, right, that means, okay, we need to give await. Okay, await means, okay, here if you see, okay, await is a keyword, right? It is also a keyword. Okay, what exactly does await do? Okay, it is important, everyone, right? Okay, pay attention. Okay, async await. Okay, async io.gather. Okay, some of parameters you need to, okay, you need to remember in your lifelong, right? It is very important, right? Await, async. Okay, if you are going to learn any JavaScript also, you can hear this kind of a words. Okay, you can able to hear this kind of a keywords in the JavaScript also. Okay, await, async, right? Okay, here also we need to understand. Okay, so pay focus, right? Okay, await means, okay, pause the execution, right? Pause this execution here, right? Pause the execution. Okay, if await keyword triggered, okay, pay attention, guys. Okay, see clearly, right? Okay, once, okay, the await keyword is get triggered. Okay, once the await keyword is get triggered, okay, it will be completely pause this execution. Okay, that means stop the function, right? Okay, pause this function. Okay, but it will not completely. Okay, here let other tasks run. Okay, here let other tasks run. Okay, before in synchronous, okay, we saw, right? Okay, completely block the entire event loop, right? If you see completely, if you see here, okay, blocks entire event loop. Here it will not block. Okay, that's the core idea, everyone, right? Okay, awaits, right? If you see awaits, okay, this just it will pause this function. Okay, pause this function temporarily, right? Let other tasks run. Okay, meanwhile, okay, meanwhile I will do some other task. Okay, this asynchronous, okay, using this await keyword. Okay, what this does, okay, pause this function here, let other tasks run. Okay, and resume when this is finished, right? Okay, it will not be stay in this particular function only, right? Once the pause this function, okay, once it will be stopped, right? Okay, let other task run. It will decide, okay, oh, okay, I will pause. Okay, let other task run. Okay, meanwhile let other tasks run and resume when this finished. Okay, once this completely finished, okay, then I will resume, okay, when this is finished, right? Okay, I hope you get it, right? Okay, await keyword does three things, right? Okay, one, the first thing is pause this execution, right? Once await is triggered, that means it identified. Okay, whenever await keyword is identified, okay, that means triggered, right? Await keyword is triggered. Okay, I hope I explained in plain English, right? Okay, I'm not using any complex words, right? Okay, if await keyword is triggered, okay, await keyword is triggered, okay, it will immediately pause this function, right? Okay, and it will move to other coroutine. Okay, it will move to other coroutine. Other coroutine means other async function. Okay, pause this function, it will move, it will allow to execute other task. Okay, and resume. Okay, the paused function, okay, once this paused function finished, okay, it will resume. Okay, these are the three things, everyone, you need to understand. Okay, pauses execution of the coroutine. Okay, coroutine means this function. Okay, that function, that particular function. Okay, pauses execution of that coroutine, right? Gives control back to event loop. Okay, so let's understand. Okay, this is the exact time to understand the event loop. Okay, so just, okay, I go to this event loop. Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay, if you see what is an event loop, okay, this entire asynchronous, okay, guys, okay, it is very important, pay attention, right? Okay, this entire event loop is, sorry, this entire, it's my bad. Okay, this entire asynchronous is working in this event loop only, right? Okay, this event loop is the core engine behind asynchronous programming, right? Okay, this event loop, okay, while if you are asking, okay, if you are going to attend any interview, okay, it will be important, right? Okay, if something, okay, if you know, if they are asking you you are aware about any this asynchronous function. Okay, you say yes, I know. Okay, in that case they are asking, okay, inside the event loop, okay, behind the asynchronous programming, what is the core engine? Okay, they are asking. Okay, you need to tell event loop is the core engine, right? Event loop, okay, event loop is the core engine behind asynchronous programming, right? Okay, we just saw, okay, event loop is the core engine. So if you are asking what is event loop, okay, just learn about event loop, right? Okay, if you see runs asynchronous function, okay, using this event loop only, this every asynchronous function coroutines, that means coroutines, right, will get executed. Okay, will runs. Okay, okay, if you see this coroutine does three things. Okay, this coroutine does three things. One is manage task. Okay, it will manage task. Okay, okay, then decides what runs next. Okay, decides what runs next. Then third one is switches between tasks when they are awaiting, right? Okay, these are the three things everyone you need to understand, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, in simple words, okay, the event loop is a manager that keeps track of all async tasks and run them efficiently, right? Okay, if you are not getting in this 3 points, right? Okay, we will see. Okay, okay, if you see, okay, this is my event loop. Okay, this is my event loop, right? Okay, this event loop, right? This event loop, okay, it will be running inside my okay, it will be running internally. Okay, if we use async, okay, once the file started to execute, okay, event loop gets started. Okay, okay, if you see, okay, once this function, okay, if my coroutine, this first function, right, this async first function, okay, that means this first coroutine, right, this coroutine will trigger, okay, will identify there will be any await keyword. Okay, it will be immediately process the execution, right? It will immediately, okay, it will immediately process the execution. Okay, okay, it will go to the event loop, right? Event loop, right? Okay, event loop, okay, switch the execution to other coroutine, right? If you see this things, okay, these are the things they are saying, right? Okay, this thing only they are saying, right? Okay, if you see, okay, switch between tasks. Okay, if the first function, okay, this first coroutine, okay, trigger an await. Okay, if the first coroutine triggered any await, okay, it will suddenly, okay, go to the event loop. Okay, this event loop, okay, switch between tasks. Okay, okay, meanwhile, okay, you are process the execution, I will give access to other function to execute. Okay, let's execute other function. Okay, so it will start to execute other function. This event loop allow other function to execute. Okay, if this function, okay, if this function await, right, if this function trigger any await, okay, it will say, okay, here, okay, it will again, it will give, tell the event loop, okay, I am awaited. Okay, you can access to other function, right? This event loop, okay, it will now switch to other function, this third function, right? If you see this third function, it will face, okay, it will trigger any await, right? It will trigger any await. Okay, it will process. Okay, it will process the execution. Okay, once this first function finished its execution, okay, it will resume, right? It will resume. If you see, it will resume. If you see, resume. Once the first function finished its execution, okay, this event loop resume. Okay, then second function completely executed, then event loop resume. Okay, similarly it will resume, right? Okay, then third function finishes its execution, then similarly resume the process, right? Okay, these are the three important thing, everyone. Okay, manage task. Okay, it will able to manage these three tasks. Okay, and then, okay, this is the first thing, right? Okay, we briefly discuss these things here, right? Okay, and then second one decides what runs next. Okay, it decides what runs next. Okay, similarly once await keyword is triggered, okay, the event loop, okay, if the await keyword is triggered to event loop, okay, triggered by the event loop, okay, this await keyword is triggered by the event loop, okay, it will switch the, okay, switch between tasks. Okay, it will switch to another task. Okay, this function 2. Okay, if this function 2 also trigger await, okay, that means, okay, this event loop switch to third task. Okay, third task. Okay, once the first coroutine finishes its execution, it will resume. Okay, similarly second execution, similarly third execution. I hope you get it, right? Okay, this 3 point you can clearly able to get it. Manage task. Okay, it will manage this 3 tasks, right? Okay, decides what runs next. Okay, decides what runs next, right? Okay, and then switch between tasks. Okay, it will switch between tasks. Okay, if it completely finished, it will resume. Okay, if it will completely finished, okay, it will resume. If it completely finished, it will resume, right? I hope you get it right. Okay, these three things very important, everyone, right? Okay, these three things important, everyone, right? Okay, I hope you get it, these three things. Okay, so event loop is a manager that keeps track of all async tasks and runs them efficiently, right? Okay, if you see in Python, the event loop is provided by the built-in module. Okay, built-in module means, okay, if you see, okay, when I use async.io, that means asynchronous input output, right? Dot run, okay, it will be automatically start to executing, right? If you see, event loop is provided by the built-in module, right? Async.io, okay, if I use this function, right? Okay, this library, okay, async.run, okay, async.run main, okay, Python creates an event loop, okay, internally. Okay, again I'm telling, okay, don't forget this thing. Okay, internally, if you are asking, okay, we can able to see it visually. If you ask this question to me, okay, I don't know, okay, you can't able to see it visually while executing the code, because it will be executing internally. Okay, internally it will be managing every functions, every coroutine, sorry, it will be internally managing every coroutines. I hope you get it right. Okay, we can't able to see it visually, right? Okay, creates event loop. Okay, I can specify here, right? Create event loop, okay, internally. Okay, you can't internally, right? Okay, internally create an event loop internally. Okay, runs your async function, closes the loop. Okay, once it finishes, closes the loop, right? Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, once after this three task will, after once this three coroutines get completely finished, okay, then it closes the loop, right? Okay, otherwise it will able to manage. Okay, it will switch to another function. Okay, if you ask, okay, internally it will be managing everything, guys. Okay, you can't able to visual this thing, okay, while executing the code, right? Okay, I am explicitly saying to this, right? Okay, because it will be happening internally. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, just go through the code, right? Okay, now we understood this event loop, right? Okay, here, okay, we are understood this event loop, right? Blocks entire event loop. That means, okay, it will not able to manage, okay, this event loop, it will not able to understand. Okay, that's why it will be, okay, that's why it will be runs sequentially. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, that's why, okay, synchronously runs sequentially. Okay, I hope you understand this concept, guys. Okay, if somebody asks question to you, right, why synchronous program runs sequentially one after another, okay, by default synchronous blocks entire event loop. Okay, you need to say this keyword, everyone, right? Okay, that's why, okay, entire event loop, okay, it blocks entire event loop. Okay, that's why runs sequentially one after another, right? Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, if you see, okay, here I am using await async.io.sleep. Okay, this things, okay, it will not block entire event loop. Okay, you need to understand, in synchronous it will block entire event loop. Here it will not block entire event loop, instead it will process the execution. And okay, once await keyword is triggered, okay, event loop, okay, it will automatically able to identify, okay, there will be await. Okay, meanwhile I am switching to other, okay, I am past this function currently, I switch to other coroutines. I hope you get it, guys. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, and then I'm here, if you see, I'm returning this time. Okay, that's why I'm stored in this variable, right? Okay, here if you see, guys, okay, similarly I'm creating this time.time, okay, for storing my start time, right? Okay, and then await, okay, this keyword, await keyword, okay, passes the execution. Okay, resume once it's finishes, right? Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, this dot gather, okay, we need to understand this gather, guys. Okay, this gather, okay, will do two important things, right? This gather will do two important things. One is runs coroutine concurrently. Okay, this gather, okay, this gather help us to run this all three tasks concurrently, not sequentially one after another. Okay, concurrently means, okay, at a time, parallelly, okay, concurrently it can able to execute. That's the thing, everyone, right? Okay, and then we are waiting for the entire task to finish. Okay, this three thing, okay, this three thing, okay, keep your eyes, okay, just told you in your brain, right? Okay, gather, okay, runs coroutine concurrently. Okay, we are waiting for the entire task to finish. Okay, it will not able to stream the result, okay, as they came, right? Okay, it will not able to stream the result as they came. Okay, it can able to wait for, okay, it can able to wait for entire task to finish. Okay, once all these three tasks, okay, once all these three tasks, okay, if you see, once all these three tasks, okay, once this all these three tasks get completed, okay, then only it can able to give the result. Okay, otherwise, okay, we are keep awaiting, right? Okay, we are keep process the execution, right? Okay, we are waiting for the result, right? Okay, this three thing, okay, you need to understand, guys. Okay, gather, okay, so this first, okay, I give some, I repeat the thing, okay, I repeat the thing, okay, it is because it is very very important, right? Okay, await, okay, it will process the execution. Okay, once it will be, okay, it will process the execution. Okay, the event loop, okay, the event loop, okay, switch to other task, okay, switch to other task, okay, switch to other task. Okay, once it completely finished, it resumes. Okay, here this await, okay, it will await completely. Okay, here I am using for one particular task. Okay, here I am using await for one particular task. Okay, here I am using await for entire task to complete. Okay, here I am using await because of I am waiting for, okay, I am waiting for entire task. Okay, this completely this three tasks to executed, right? Okay, once this three task executed completely, okay, I will give the result. Okay, I will give the result. Okay, this await, that's why I'm giving await here, right? Okay, that's why I'm giving await here, right? Okay, await will wait for, okay, await will wait for entire task to complete, right? Okay, async.gather, okay, inside this async, okay, dot gather is one of the attribute of async. Okay, that's why I'm using async.io, async input output dot gather. Okay, inside this double parenthesis, okay, inside the double parenthesis I'm giving the three task name. Okay, task 1, okay, task, okay, task 1, okay, task 2, task 3, this is my seconds, right? Okay, I am using gather for concurrent execution and then entire task to finish. Okay, here if you see, okay, I am printing result. Okay, here another thing you need to understand, okay, this gather will return list of answer. Okay, list of answer, that means gather will create a list, okay, internally. That is also happen internally. Okay, you can't able to see it visually, right? Okay, during the execution. Okay, internally, okay, we just saw how the event loop works, right? Okay, it will also work internally. Okay, it will manage, okay, it will able to switch the task. Okay, similarly this gather will create a list. Okay, create a list and then, okay, create a list. Okay, it can, and once the task, okay, if the first task, okay, if you see this first task completely executed, it will upon the result inside the result. Okay, it will upon the output, right? It will upon the output of task 1, right? It will once if the task 1 get the response, right? Okay, this gather will upon the output to the result, right? Okay, similarly for task 2, similarly for task 3, right? Okay, it will, once this task 3 completely executed, it will upon the output of task 3 to this result, right? Okay, while execution I will show you, right? Okay, and then finally I am printing. Okay, here the result is list. Okay, that's why I'm using print length result. Okay, I'm calculating my end time. Okay, storing the end time variable, right? Okay, I'm calculating the overall time. Okay, here I am executing this async.run. Okay, if you want to execute the async function, okay, you need to in this way only, async io.run. Okay, my function name main, right? Okay, guys, if you understand here, okay, await process the execution. Okay, once it completely execute, right? Okay, here, okay, it will be non-blocking. Okay, here in other function, right? In other function, okay, if you are using await, okay, the event loop trigger, okay, the event loop switch to other function. Okay, event loop switch to other function. Here the await is specifically for, okay, to get all the results, okay, to get all the response from this task 1, task 2, task 3, okay. If I get all these 3 response, okay, then only I can able to give the result, okay. That's why the purpose of using await here and await here, okay. You need to understand, guys, okay. This is for specifically triggering, okay. Await here to switch the task, okay, to switch the task, okay. Here for getting entire output, right, okay. Here I am getting entire output, right, okay. Similarly also here also it will pass, here also it will pass, okay. The things are same, okay. Here the things are same, right, okay. Gather automatically does what we would manually do, okay. Create a list, wait for all tasks, okay, and collect results in order, okay. That's the thing gather does, right, okay. Gather, okay, create a list, okay, wait for all tasks, okay, and collect results in order, right, okay. I hope we get it right, okay. If I execute this cell, okay, I'm going to execute this cell, okay. Before that, I'm control this, sorry, I'm save this file, right, okay. Control S, okay. Control S, okay. Then I open my terminal, right, okay. If you see, okay, the result is also there, right, okay. 3.000, right, okay. 3. Okay, remember this result, guys, okay. Remember this result, okay, because we are going to compare this result with this synchronous, right, okay. Sorry, this asynchronous, okay. Previously we saw about, okay, this synchronous, okay. Now we are going to check the overall time for asynchronous, okay. Previously we saw about this synchronous, okay, okay. Here we are going to see about asynchronous, right, okay. Similarly, I copy the file name, right, okay, because I am executing the same file, okay. Copy path, right, Python, right, okay, file name, and then hit enter, right, okay. If you see, okay, guys, okay, I'm not lying to you, right, okay. If you see, okay, 3.00, okay, it will be exactly around, it will be exactly, not around, it will be exactly 3 seconds, okay. 3.0003357, right, okay. If you see, task 1 starts, task 1 ends, task 1 starts, okay, it will be executed one after another, okay. If you see, okay, it will be executed concurrently. If you see, task 1 starts, task 2 starts, task 3 starts, okay. It will, how you can able to see, okay. Here if you see, it will be started to execute concurrently, okay. You need to understand, guys, okay. It will be started to execute concurrently, right. If you see, okay, the terminal will be some problem, right, okay. If you clear, okay, again I'm executing this file, okay, you can clearly able to see, right, okay. If you see, okay, concurrently, if you see, concurrently, okay, task 1 starts, task 2 starts, task 3 starts, okay. Okay, I am telling, okay, the gather will create a list internally, okay, create a list, and upon the results of all the tasks one by one, right, okay. Here if you see, task 1 ends, task 2 ends, task 3 ends, and length is 3, okay. If you see, okay, similarly, okay, print result length, okay, it will upon all the result inside the list only, right, okay. I hope you understand this concept, right, okay. Similarly, okay, the time, if you compare the time with synchronous, okay, it will be 1 second, okay. Previously we saw the synchronous will executed in 3 seconds, exactly 3 seconds, okay. Here asynchronous will executed in 1 second, okay. That is the difference, okay. If I am going to create any website, right, okay, if user came, okay, if user access my website, right, right, okay, my website is, okay, takes too much of time to load the page, right, okay. What users think, okay, hey, this is very poor, okay, I can move further, okay, I will move, okay, other website, right, okay. They are thinking like that, okay. For that, okay, it will be very fast, okay. For that, okay, for in the purpose of cases, okay, for fast responses, okay, concurrent execution, parallel execution, in that case you need to use asynchronous, guys, right, okay. I hope you get it right, okay. This is first example, right, okay. We will see another example, right, we will see another example, right, okay. If you see, okay, similarly I am taking another example for you, right, okay. If you see, okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, guys, okay. This is another file, guys, okay. This is another example, right, okay. Similarly I am taking 2 argument, okay. One is a, the type int is integer, another one is b, okay. Similarly for all other functions also I am taking this 2 arguments, ab, and the type hint is also integer only, right, okay. Similarly if you see, okay, first I am going to execute this synchronous only, right? Synchronous functions only. Okay, by default it will be synchronous. Okay, that means sequentially it will run sequentially one after another. Okay, that's why I'm telling synchronously, right? Okay, if you see, okay, time dot sleep 1 second, I am giving for every function, I am giving only time dot sleep 1 second only, guys. Okay, I'm giving only 1 second for every function, right? Okay, for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? I hope you get it, right? Okay, here I am for taking the start time. Okay, I'm for time dot time. Okay, store inside the start time variable, right? Okay, here this is not coroutine, right? This is wrong, right? Okay, this will be synchronous. Okay, okay, result 1, result 2, result 3, result 4. Okay, because I am returning, right? Returning, that's why I am defining one variable. Okay, inside the variable I am storing the result of this addition function, right? Okay, n time. Okay, and after that I am printing the result, right? If you see, okay, if you see the result, okay, I am printing, right? Okay, just I execute this. Okay, control S. Okay, press control S. Okay, I open my terminal, right? Okay, this time the file name is different, right? Right? Okay, that's why I'm copying the file name, right? Okay, I have, okay, I copied the exact file, right? This is second example. Okay, right click, copy, right path, right? Okay, now it is not required, right? Okay, if you see, okay, clear the terminal, right? Okay, then Python, right? Okay, just paste your file name, right? Okay, async introduction, second example, right? Okay, see guys, okay, see guys, it's very important, right? Okay, similarly it will be executed one after another. Okay, if you see, result 1, okay, 15, result 2, 5, result 3 is 50, result 4 is 2.0, right? Okay, overall time is 4, right? Okay, here 10 plus 5, 15, right? 10 minus 5, 5, right? 10 into 5, okay, 50, right? 10 divided by 2, 2, right? The answer is also perfect, right? Okay, the overall time is 4 for synchronous. Okay, synchronous. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see the overall time for asynchronous, right? Okay, I comment out all this code, right, for executing the, just a minute guys. Okay, okay, I comment in for this asynchronous function. Okay, I comment out for this asynchronous, right? Okay, if you see, okay, this is my asynchronous code, right? Okay, I press control slash. Okay, it will be, okay, okay guys. Okay, there will be some issue, right? Okay, there will be double slash I will be provided, right? Okay, double commented. Okay, again I'm calculating this. Okay, just a minute guys. Okay, control slash. Okay, control slash, again I'm comment it out, right? Comment it out, control slash. Okay guys, perfect, right? Okay, if you see, okay, this is my example, right? Okay, if you see, okay, this is my asynchronous, right? Okay, async. Okay, before, because I'm giving, this is asynchronous keyword, right? In front of this step I'm giving async. Okay, this is coroutine, right? That means this is coroutine, right? I hope you get it, right? Okay, similarly I'm giving await. Okay, async io dot sleep. Okay, return ab, right? I'm returning this my answer. Okay, I'm returning answer, right? Okay, okay, same thing guys. Okay, same things. Okay, await async dot sleep, right? Okay, here, okay, similarly I'm using gather. Okay, previously, okay, okay, we just saw about, okay, what is this gather, right? Okay, for concurrent execution, right? Concurrent execution, right? Concurrent execution. Okay, concurrent execution, right? And then, right, waiting for all tasks to finish, right? Okay, and then gather, create list internally, right? Internally, upon the result one by one. Okay, upon the result one by one, when it finishes, right? Okay, finishes. Okay, these are the very important things, guys. Okay, these are the 4 important things we need to understand. You need to understand, right? Okay, first gather. Okay, gather will do these 4 things, right? Okay, for concurrent execution, right? We use gather, right? Okay, waiting for all tasks to finish, right? Okay, that's why we are using async await, right? That's why we are using await, right? Okay, gather create list internally. Okay, this gather create list internally. Okay, upon the result one by one when it finishes, right? Okay, right? Okay, once this entire 4 functions, okay, completed, okay, then it will give the result, right? Okay, give the result. Okay, I am storing the end time in my end time variable, right? Okay, I am printing, okay, the difference, okay, overall time. Okay, and then, okay, if you see my overall, this is, okay, this is not exactly the thing. Okay, this is not required. Okay, overall time, my length of values, okay, because it will return list, right? It will return the result as list, right? Okay, that's why I'm printing length of result, right? Okay, result is, okay, I'm printing the length, I'm printing the response, right? Okay, I'm printing the response of this overall response, right? I'm printing this overall response, right? Okay, if you see, okay, that's why I'm giving this length, okay, length, then I'm printing the response, right? Okay, once after defining your main, right, you need to execute the async, right? In this way, okay, guys, if in this way only, okay, in this way only you can able to execute, right? If you see async IO, right, async input output dot run, okay, then main, okay, this function name, guys, okay, this function name. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, let's see the overall time. Okay, let's see the overall time and compare with the synchronous one. Okay, this time, okay, this time I am executing asynchronous. Okay, I am modifying some code, right? That's why I am saving the file. Okay, press Ctrl S, right? Press Ctrl S. Okay, if you see the result is still in my terminal, right? Okay, it will be good to compare the result with synchronous, right? Okay, here I am going to execute asynchronous, right? Okay, see guys, okay, see, okay, if you see previously my synchronous overall time is 4.002091, exactly 4 seconds, right? Okay, result is 15. Okay, there will be no issue with output, right? Okay, there will be no issue in terms of the output, right? Okay, here if you see the response overall time, okay, here if you see the overall time of asynchronous, okay, here if you see the overall response of asynchronous, okay, if you compare, okay, it will be take exactly 1 seconds. Here if you see 4 seconds. I hope now you feel the advantage of, okay, using asynchronous versus synchronous, right? Okay, how the overall time varies, right? Way far than, okay, synchronous, right? Okay, it is 4 seconds. Okay, it is 1 second. Okay, if you see it is less than, okay, here, okay, it's a simple program, I guess. Okay, here if you see it is a simple program. Okay, it's like a mathematical operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? Okay, if you are going to do any real world applications, right? Okay, specifically API, getting an API call, right? Okay, database querying, okay, in that case, okay, you will feel the, okay, this asynchronous, okay, advantage, right? Very much in very much in depthly, right? Okay, you can able to, okay, feel the response. Okay, you can able to understand, okay, how this asynchronous will help us to execute in fastly, right? Okay, it can able to execute in a better way, right? Okay, you can able to feel, okay, in real world scenarios, okay, we are going to use this asynchronous for API calls, right? Okay, database queries. Okay, in that scenarios, okay, we can able to use this asynchronous, guys. Okay, asynchronous. Okay, keep in your mind, guys. Okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, how much the difference between synchronous versus asynchronous. Okay, again, okay, and another thing is, okay, it will be in the list format. Okay, I am telling the result of asynchronous using, if you are using gather, right, the result will be in list only, guys. Okay, here if you see, the length is 4 and the result is 15, 5, 50, 2.0, right? Okay, I have to get it right. Okay, and final summary, guys. Okay, let's see some final summary, right? Okay, the event loop is the core engine. Okay, again the event loop. Okay, internally there will be some event loop. Okay, it will be able to manage all the tasks, right? Switches the task. Okay, if there is any await keyword is triggered, okay, it will able to switch the task to other tasks, right? Okay, you need to understand, guys. Okay, runs asynchronous function, correctly manage task. Okay, decides what runs next. Okay, so just between tasks, okay, when they are awaiting, okay, you need to understand, guys. Okay, event loop is manager that keeps track of all. Okay, we previously saw in this. Okay, this notes. Okay, that's the same thing, guys. Okay, creates an event loop, runs your async function, closes the event loop, right? Okay, yes, there will be another concept is also there. Okay, it is very important, right? Okay, it is very important. Okay, this is the last concept, right? Okay, we need to understand. Okay, task. Okay, task. Okay, in other channel, okay, in other YouTube channel, okay, they don't cover these things. Okay, because okay, we are not learning. Okay, we are mastering this things, right? Okay, we are not learning, we are mastering these things, right? Okay, okay, before watching the video you don't know about asynchronous. Okay, here, okay, you know how to execute asynchronous. Okay, asyncio.run, okay, the function name, right? And then okay, okay, how you can able to execute the functions concurrently. Okay, coroutines concurrently. Okay, you can also able to execute from your side. You can also able to use this kind of asynchronous in your code is also okay. Okay, then there will be important. Okay, very important, create task, guys. Okay, create task. Okay, even very important. Okay, it is more faster than gather, right? Okay, we will see, right? Okay, if you see, guys. Okay, if you see, okay, okay, I will be taking some notes for you, right? Okay, 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 what create task does? Okay, immediately start the function. Okay, once if you are using create task, okay, if you are using create task, it will immediately start the function. Okay, it will immediately start the function and it will return the task id, right? It will return the task id, right? Okay, if you see, return the task, sorry, extremely sorry. Okay, it's my bad, guys. Okay, extremely sorry. Okay, it will return now task object, right? Okay, it will return task object, right? Okay, create task, immediately start the function. Okay, returns a task object, not just id, right? Okay, returns task object. Okay, we append task object to your list. Okay, 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 just okay, just understand this theoretical guys. Okay, I created a specific code for you, right? Okay, once we go through the implementation part, okay, you can clearly able to understand. Okay, okay, first create task. Okay, immediately start the function. Second, returns a task object, right? Okay, it will return a task object, right? Third one is we append task object to a list, right? Okay, fourth, okay, we unpack tasks. Okay, and pass to gather, right? Okay, task already executed concurrently, gather waits for all to execute. Okay, this 4 things, guys. Okay, this, okay, not 4 things. Okay, this 6 to 7 steps. Okay, we will go through, guys. Okay, you just need to understand these things. Okay, if you are not able to get in theory, in this theory part, okay, don't, okay, keep watching my video. Okay, don't move away, right? Okay, I will explain everything, right? Okay, if you see, okay, similarly, guys. Okay, similarly, async def right chapter. Okay, I am using this. Okay, this indicate for indicating, okay, whether this is my starting point of my execution, right? Okay, here also I am using await async io.sleep, right? Okay, and again I am printing. Okay, for indicating. Okay, it is indicating for us to whether my function started to execute. Okay, this indicate, okay, the process has been executed, right? Okay, it will return chapter num, right? Okay, and then, okay, if you see, okay, this is very important, guys. Okay, okay, async def main, right? Task. Okay, I am creating one list. Okay, task. Okay, I am storing this list into tasks, right? Okay, and then, right, and then, okay, I am creating one for loop, right? Okay, for I in range. Okay, my starting point is 1 and my end point is 4, right? Okay, it will run 1 2 3, right? Okay, if you see, okay, async.io, right? Here, okay, we are not waiting anything, guys. Okay, here we are not waiting or process the execution, right? Okay, just I am using async.io, right? Because, okay, if I use await, okay, we need to wait for, okay, we need to pause the execution and we need to wait, right? Okay, we are not doing, right? Okay, create task. Okay, this variable is important, guys. Okay, async.io create task. Okay, will immediately start the execution. Okay, starts. Okay, create. If you see task starts immediately. Okay, starts now. If you see create task, okay, it will start immediately, right? Okay, it will start immediately. Okay, and then it will return task ID, right? Okay, while executing this file, right, I will show. Okay, I will show the printing line. Okay, this line will show us everything, right? Okay, task 1, right, and then object, right, task object, right? Okay, while executing we will see, right? For now you need to understand. Okay, create task. Okay, immediately start to execute, right? Okay, it will start to execute, right? Then it will return task ID, guys. Okay, you need to understand. Create task immediately start the first thing. Okay, create task will return a task object, not task ID. Okay, return a task object. Okay, we need to collect that task object, right? Okay, collect that task object because okay, we need to wait for entire task to finish, right? That's why we are collecting the task object. Okay, that will be given by create task. Okay, create task. Okay, it will be start immediately, right? Create task starts immediately, right? Okay, create task start immediately. That means okay, this for loop runs immediately, right? 1 2 3. Okay, it will goes. Okay, it will goes, and then this create task. Okay, async.create task. Okay, will give task. Okay, task object, right? Different task object, right? Okay, while executing this file, okay, I will show you how the task should be, right? How the task looks like, right? How the task looks like. Okay, this task object, right? Okay, I will show you, right? Okay, once I will get the task object, okay, I will store inside the list, right? Okay, this tasks. Okay, tasks dot append, right? Okay, this whatever the task object present inside the task variable, right? I am appending there. I am storing inside the list. Okay, once all the task, okay, once all the task object is appended inside the tasks. Okay, tasks, that means once all the task object, okay, we are storing inside the list. Okay, this variable, right? Okay, this thing. Okay, this task. Okay, we need to wait for entire task to finish, right? If you see, okay, that's why I'm here using gather. Okay, what gather does? Okay, we just saw about this gather will wait for entire task to finish, right? Okay, that's why I'm using async.gather. Okay, if you see, okay, this star tasks means, okay, if this star tasks means, okay, this is unpack, right? If you see, okay, in Python there will be concept. Okay, this is my result, right? Okay, I select my environment, right? Okay, I run the cell, right? Okay, if you see, I ran the cell, right? Okay, it will keep executing, right? Okay, just restart the kernel, guys. Okay, restart the kernel. Okay, if you see, okay, list. Okay, list, I'm creating one variable, right? If I print list, okay, it will become as a list, okay, right? Okay, if I use don't require, already it will be good to go, right? Okay, that's why, okay, it will be print list of items, right? Okay, 1 2 3, right? If I print this list, okay, it will be list of items, right? Okay, what if I want, okay, individual values, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, in that case I need to use this list unpacking, right? There will be concept in Python, guys. Okay, if you don't know, okay, just go through by yourself. Okay, or just ask ChatGPT. Okay, what is list unpacking, tuple unpacking, right? Okay, if you, this is list unpacking, yes. Okay, unpacking, right? Unpacking, right? Here unpacking, right? We are here we are unpacking, right? Okay, here if I print this, okay, asterisk list 1, right? Okay, in that case, okay, it will give 1 2 3, okay, individual values. Okay, that's why I'm using here. Okay, if you see, okay, in this file, okay, if you see, okay, create task, right? If you see, here I'm using, okay, unpacking here. Okay, for what? Okay, for waits, okay, for all tasks to finish, right? Okay, I hope you get it, guys. Okay, it will return, okay, this task contains all the task object, right? Okay, here I am unpacking, okay, and waiting for entire task to finish. Okay, that's the core idea of it, right? Okay, if you see, right, okay, if you see, okay, this is very important, everyone, right? Create task, immediately start the execution, right? We just saw now, okay, then returns a task object, right? Okay, all the task object inside the this task, right? Okay, I'm creating one list, right? I'm creating one list, right? Inside the list storing the I'm appending the task object, right? Okay, we append task object to a list, right? Okay, then we are unpacking, right? Okay, if it will be list, okay, we can't able to wait for the list, right? Okay, that's why I am unpack it. Okay, I am unpack it. Okay, if you don't know, if you are not aware about unpacking, okay, I highly suggest you to refer any ChatGPT kind of apps, right? Then you will be good to go, right? Okay, and unpack, okay, and pass together, okay, gather, okay, it will not take list, okay, that's why we are unpacking this thing, right? Okay, that's why we are unpacking the list, right? Okay, and then task already executing concurrently, okay, gather, wait for all to complete, right? Okay, we just saw about this gather, okay, it will do 4 things, right? Okay, concurrency, right? Wait task to finish, entire task to finish, okay, create list and append the result, right? Okay, similar things, right? Gather, wait for all task all to finish, right? Okay, returns results in order as a list, okay. I hope this part you will be able to understand, okay. This why we are using this list unpacking, right? Because, okay, gather will not take list, right? Okay, that's why we are unpacking, okay, that's why we are unpacking as a individual task object, right? Okay, it will for storing all the objects in a list, okay. For collection, okay, for collection I am storing inside the list, okay, for waiting, okay, it will be in the list, okay. This gather will not accept the list, okay, that's why I am unpacking, okay, I am giving as a individual task object, right? Okay, if I give this, okay, you can able to, okay, wait, right? Okay, once it will completely finished, okay, it will create a list, okay, and append inside the list, right? Okay, then we will finish, okay, got all results, okay. Length of the data is, okay, if I print this length, okay, you can clearly able to understand these things, right? Okay, guys, okay, I hope you get it right. Okay, if I run this one, okay, if I run this one, okay, you can clearly able to understand these things, okay. If main, right? Okay, equal to sorry, okay, hyphen main. Okay, I save this file, right? I save this file, okay. If you see my is, okay, this is my previous output, okay, clear this one, right? Okay, I save this file, right? I save this file, okay, I copy the file name, right? Copy relative path, right, guys? Okay, you can clearly able to understand here, right? Okay, pay attention, guys. Okay, Python, okay, you can clearly able to see the task object, right? Once create task immediately starts the execution, right? Okay, it will return task object, okay. We are storing the task object inside the list, okay, inside the list, okay, and we are unpacking the list, okay, because gather will not accept list, okay, that's why we are unpacking the list, okay, to give a individual task object to gather, okay. Gather will wait for entire task to finish, okay, then gather will create a list and append the result into the list, okay. I hope, okay, I clearly explained to you, right? Okay, I paste this thing, okay. If I execute this file, okay, if you see, okay, how fast, okay, if you see how fast, okay, again I'm executing, right? Again I'm executing, then we will go through the output, right? Okay, Python, okay. I hope you feel the power of asynchronous, okay. This create a task, okay, that's why I'm telling even more powerful than gather, right? Okay, this create task is very important, guys, and very powerful, okay. If you are creating any project, real world project, okay, we definitely use this gather create task, okay, in our projects, okay. That's why I'm, okay, shouting here, right? Okay, pay attention, guys. Okay, you can clearly able to see how fast this create task, okay. If you see here, okay, I'm not joking here, okay. If you see, okay, here task on object, right? Okay, task on object, okay, this is my task on object, guys, okay. task pending name task 2, right? Okay, running at okay this file, right? Koro means core routine, right? Okay, right chapter. Okay, this is my task 2. Okay, this is my task object, guys. Okay, this is my task 2 object, right? This is my task 2 object, guys. Okay, task pending name task 3. Okay, core route, right? Then task 3, guys. Okay, I hope we clearly able to understand, right? Okay, but because we are iterated over 1 to 4. Okay, 4 is excluded, guys. Okay, 1 is included. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, 4 is excluded. Okay, that's why it will be get executed only up to 3. Okay, that's why it will execute only 3, right? Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, once create task, okay, executes, okay, starts immediately. Okay, it will return task object. Okay, here you can clearly able to see, right? Okay, these are the task objects, right? Okay, task pending, okay, status, okay, name task koro. Okay, all 3 tasks are now running in background. Okay, if you see, okay, now using gather to wait for them, right? Okay, if you see, chapter 1 started, chapter 2 started, chapter 3 started. Okay, chapter 1 done, chapter 2 done, chapter 3 done. Okay, got all result. Okay, again I'm saying, okay, gather will create a list and append all the result inside the list, right? And then finally I print the result. Okay, I hope you get it, guys. Okay, if you see, okay, I compare with the result. Okay, if you see, okay, task 1, right? Okay, if you see, this is task 1 object, right? Task 1 object, this is my object, right? This is my object, right? And then task 2, right? Task 2 object, then this is my object, right? Okay, task 2 object, this is my object, right? If you see, this is my object, right? Once if okay, for task, okay, for task 1 object, okay, it will first append inside the task. Okay, for second, for 2, right? For task object 2, it will again append to this task. Okay, for task object 3, again it will append inside the tasks, right? Okay, once this for loop will finish, right? Then okay, here if you guys, okay, inside the create task, okay, don't forget, okay, here I'm calling the function, right chapter. Okay, I'm calling this function. Okay, just go through the code by yourself, guys, right? Inside the create task, okay, asyncio.create task. Okay, right chapter, right? If you see, right chapter, right? Okay, I'm giving this value, right? 1 2 3. Okay, this value is going as a parameter for this function, right? Okay, if you see, 1 started. Okay, that's why you are seeing chapter 1 started, chapter 2 started, chapter 3 started. Okay, that's why I'm telling it will start immediately, right? Okay, I hope guys you can able to understand this, right? Okay, and then okay, I'm unpacking the list, right? Because gather cannot able to accept the list. Okay, that's why I'm able to that's why I'm unpacking the list. Okay, if I give individual items, okay, then gather will accept, right? Then I'm storing the result chapters. Okay, this gather will create a list. Okay, internally it will be all happening internally, guys. Okay, it will be all happening internally. Okay, again I'm telling it will be the abstraction. Okay, abstraction means, okay, hiding the complex implementation, only showing the necessary features and the implementation, right? I hope you get it, right? Okay, that's the same thing will happening here, guys. Okay, nothing but your understanding is very important, guys. Okay, similarly, okay, task 3, task 4, okay, create task. Okay, whatever the thing I'm teaching, okay, it will be happening like the way, right? Okay, if you see, create task is immediately start the function, returns task object, not just ID, right? We unpack the list, right, and pass together. Okay, tasks are already executing concurrently. Gather waits for all tasks to complete, right? Okay, returns result in order, right? Okay, create previous. Okay, one sentence summary, right? Okay, create task starts. Okay, you need to understand this thing, right? Okay, starts immediately and returns task object, right? Okay, because guys, you need to understand these things, right? Okay, create task, start tasks immediately and returns task objects. We collect these objects in a list. Okay, we collect all these objects in a list, right? Okay, unpack them. Okay, unpack them and pass together, right? Which waits for all tasks to complete and returns result and order. Okay, I hope you get it, guys, right? Okay, I hope you learned something new, right? Okay, guys, it is very important, right? That's why I'm teaching. Okay, if you see, if you're going to search asynchronous create task, okay, in any YouTube channel, okay, there is no content is available, right? Okay, that's why, okay, I am creating this playlist. Okay, it will be also helpful for creating a complex applications, right? Okay, guys, if you are doubt, okay, just go through the video again, right? Okay, I hope you will be able to get it, right? Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching my videos, right? Okay.